Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your February bonus reading. This is going to be a very important, powerful reading. So if you are here, it is not by coincidence. So just a friendly reminder, do take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And if you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, Aries, you can find both of those links in the description box below. Okay, so when we tend to go into February, Aries, we do think of external love. We think of the romance that we maybe have or do not have in our relationships. We tend to focus on what is outside of us versus sometimes what is inside of us. And that is the most important relationship that you will have in your life, the relationship you have with yourself. So during this reading here, we're going to take a look at your higher self, where you are at now, which does include the ego, and your inner child. And we're going to take a look and see what messages that your higher self has for you. So starting off right away here, Aries, we have release the dark wound, let love live. So this is a really powerful message here. As you can see, I feel like this is the energy here of your higher self. For those of you that may be wondering, what is the difference between higher self, ego, and inner child? Well, the higher self doesn't know judgment. It only knows unconditional love. The higher self is the wisdom, is the clarity, is what you can tune into to ask for additional support, additional guidance, additional love here. The inner child, when you think of yourself as a small child, you look through the lens of no fear. You're excited to go after the things that you want. You are creative. This is about you taking a leap forward and moving into the direction of your dreams instead of letting the filter of what you've been through on your subconscious level here, whatever filters or experiences kind of deter you from your soul's purpose. And that's the message I'm getting here, is release whatever experiences, Aries, that have happened in your past so you can let love live. Because that's what your higher self is saying here, is love is all around. You are love. They are love. Regardless of any experiences that have happened, it's about seeing things from a higher picture. But when we let the ego come in, the ego says, well, I'm fearful because of what has happened. I am scared to move into this direction because of abandonment or rejection or trauma, whatever ego-centered feelings that we take on in this earthly form. This higher self of yours is saying, let that go. Release those emotions that may be holding you back and go against the grain. I love this card because it talks about you doing something that really a lot of people do not do here, Aries. I mean, you could certainly go with the flow and go with the rest of mankind, doing things that maybe aren't for your highest good and just going with the bare minimal. But this is saying, no, think outside the box. Go for your dreams. It doesn't matter that, the challenge or experience that you went through 10 years ago. It's not that it doesn't matter, but you've learned a lot of soul lessons here. But you don't have to be stuck in the energy of shame, blame, or fear any longer. Go against the grain and do the healing, do the inner work. Love yourself first. And a lot of people have a really hard time on this planet focusing on self-love. And that's what this card is saying here for you, is go against the grain. Do things that a lot of people are too scared to do here. Take a leap of faith into a new direction. I feel, Aries, whether this is career, whether this is love, whether this is focusing on your goals or your health, this is about you really stepping into a higher energy and going after what it is that you want. So I really like this showing up for you. It's saying you have what it takes, but let go of any trauma or dark wounds that your soul carries. And it doesn't mean that you have to ever forget about the things that have happened, but you don't have to let them define who you are today. And that is a very important message from your higher self. So let's take a look and get a soul truth message. Oh my gosh. Yes. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? So this is exactly what we're talking about here. And it says, if your compassion does not include yourself, then it is incomplete. So Aries, your soul action today is Not only just today, Spirit is saying thank you for the whole month of February. Okay, they're giving me F, M, and K. F, M, and K. So maybe your name starts with that, F, M, K. Maybe that is your initials, or maybe you have those letters in your name. Or this could be months as well. Maybe February, March, and there is no K month, but maybe your name starts with K or is K, but take it as it resonates here, Aries. It says, choose one of the self-care actions to do. I want you to choose not only one of these to do, I want you to see how many of these that you can do in the month of February for yourself. And you may want to write this down as well, or maybe come back to this video throughout the month and make sure you're taking care of your inner self here, because this will allow you to go against the grain and go for things that maybe you thought you could never do. Aries, this is really powerful. It says, 1, set stronger boundaries. So what does that mean for you? Is this setting stronger boundaries and healthier boundaries with your loved ones, your family, your friends, your coworkers? Is this setting boundaries for yourself? 2, meditate and listen to your heart. You're receiving a lot of downloads this month on even a collective energy, Aries. There's a lot going on here. And I feel like meditation is really going to bring you to that space of connecting that higher self to the inner child, to where you are at now, and hugging each other, bringing them together. I do suggest taking a look at any self-guided meditations to connect with your higher self and your inner child as well. And you'll bring in more compassion to your life. 3, speak to yourself with compassion. So this can be positive affirmations for you here. This can be you looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. I am grateful for you. I love that you can do this. Talk to yourself with compassion and kindness instead of maybe focusing on the negative things. And even if you need a day to really think of your self-talk, maybe you'll notice some repetitive patterns that show up. Maybe you're constantly say to yourself, I'm not good enough, or this person will never attract me or call me, or come into my life because I'm just not good enough, or I'm not pretty enough. Whatever this is for you, Aries, this is about you believing that you are worthy here. And when you can focus on the self-care here, you will attract the love or the career or the health that you want for yourself. 4, focus on your strengths. What are your greatest strengths here, Aries? This can be internal strengths. It can be external. What are your strengths? And if you need help, ask your friends, ask your family. What is it that you think is the strongest part of my energy here? So definitely focus on those strengths and go with it, because you have strengths that other people don't have, and vice versa. 5, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. So if you really don't want to do it and it's not uplifting your soul, or your soul is not gaining any growth with it, say no. And that is where number 6 is. Say yes to something you are afraid of. And that's what this going against the grain is. And it's hard for a lot of people sometimes to say no, because they constantly maybe are people pleasers, or Aries, perhaps people have expectations of you, or you have expectations of them. But again, make sure you're really saying yes, a soul yes, or no if you don't want to do it here. Number 7, let go of what you cannot control. This is a really hard one for a lot of you, especially you Aries out there that are very headstrong and want to move forward. There are things in your life that you cannot control, and we hang on to them for longer than need be here. So take a look at the things in your life you can control. You can control your emotions. You can control your thoughts. You can control your health. You can control your decisions. But things outside of your control, how other people think of you, how other people perceive you, isn't in your control. And this is about you taking a look at what is good for you and what may not be. Number 8 here, stay far away from drama and negativity. Look at what is going on in your life. What is bringing drama in? What is negative? Is this just your own thoughts? Is this people? Is this energy in a workplace? Whatever this is here, how can you bring more self-love and compassion if it's out of your control? And how can you get rid of it if it is in your control here? Number 9, ask for help and allow it. This is another trait for Aries that is difficult to do here. If you need help doing something, even if this is guidance moving forward or how to connect to your inner child here and your higher self, maybe ask for help, reach out. Thank you, Spirit. Don't be stubborn and don't get in your own way, because that can take you off course, and it actually allows you to not be receptive to new opportunities coming in here. And then lastly here, Aries, we have write down 3 things that you are grateful for. I always recommend a gratitude journal, or even at the end of your day, before you crawl in bed or as you're crawling in bed, take a look at what is going on around you. What are you grateful for? Even Aries, when you feel at times that there is nothing to be grateful for, or you can't think of one thing, there is always something to be grateful for. And this will really get you thinking on that compassion side, that self-love, putting and infusing more of that positive energy into the universe so you can receive it back. So very beautiful messages here for you regarding self-love. All right, we're going to take a look and get a few messages from your inner child, your current self, and your ego. And then we'll also take a look at what your higher self has to say. So what do we have here? We're going to get 2. We're going to get 2 for each. Inner child, again, that is your creativity. That is your openness to new ideas. 2 for your current energy here, which can include the ego. Here, which are fears and limitations and anger and sadness and sorrow, all of the human emotions that we have when we come to this earth. And then messages from your higher self. Whoa, your higher self definitely has a few things to say to you here, Aries. So let's dive in. What do we have here from your inner child? Oh, I love this. Wow. Talk about double whammy on love here. We have the share the love card, 3 of Cups. So this is saying, trust that you have support, love, and guidance. Trust in a stable foundation. Even if you feel you didn't necessarily grow up in a stable environment here, it doesn't have to define the rest of your life. It doesn't mean that you have to continue the patterns of instability. This is about celebration. It's about socializing, loving, putting your heart out there, and connecting to your soul tribe, connecting to your 3 parts of you, higher self, inner child, and where you're at now, an ego, and getting rid of what doesn't serve you here and celebrating what does. So the 3 of Cups is about abundance. It's about love. And I feel that your inner child also wants you to know that there's something coming in here that you will be celebrating quite soon, and it may happen sooner rather than later with the Chariot energy. Now, this can be a move. This can be a vacation. This can be travel. The Chariot tends to come quickly, but it's about triumphant success, but it is the card of movement. So this can be inner movement showing up for you, Aries. This can be an actual move. Some of you are traveling by vehicle as well. So this can be a car. I mean, it can be flying to a vacation, like I said, as well. But your inner child wants you to feel the love all around you, which is really wonderful here. And you can see the heart smack dab in the middle, and it's almost like your higher self and your inner child connecting to that love piece. So beautiful message here from your inner child. Let's take a look at where you're currently at and what your ego may be trying to overcome. Yeah, makes sense here. You have the 2 of Pentacles. You're trying to find balance. And it's interesting because on both sides of you, inner child and higher self are both trying to help you bring balance into your life here. But at times, more often than not, our ego comes up and says, well, we need to do this, this, and this, be this to that person, and make sure we have this career. But remember, your higher self and inner child want what you want. They want the best for you. They want you to thrive and succeed. And also take a leap of faith. This is where you're at here. This is the Fool card. Really powerful that you have a major arcana with the inner child, now a major arcana with your energy right now. There's something new coming in for you here, February. or excuse me, Aries, in February. Now, this could be a new job, new love. This is a new idea. This is you really focusing on moving in a new direction because you're trusting yourself. And that's what this says here. Trust yourself to take a leap of faith, doing something that maybe you've never done before. I really like this. Let's take a look and see what your higher self has for you. Oh my, wow. You have 3 major arcana showing up here. So your higher self wants you to change your focus with the 5 of Cups. So there may have been an opportunity that you were grieving, or there was a situation here that you felt disappointed in. You felt maybe even a little bit of depression. Could have felt betrayed, or there is some sort of loss here. It's saying change your focus because you have a brand new beginning coming in here. So if some of you were going through a little bit of a depressive state here, with your ego coming up and taking over, and you forgetting that your inner child and your higher self are a piece of you that just wants unconditional love, stability, and light, this is about you changing your focus and reconnecting. The 3 of you, again, coming together, loving unconditionally, loving yourself, and changing your thoughts into the loss, into appreciating what it is that you have, having faith in the future because, oh, whoa, lo and behold, get ready. 3 major arcanas. You have the Death card, transformation. This is about releasing. Aries, so whatever is going on in your life, you are going through an internal transformational shift that is going to bring in change, is what I'm hearing from your higher self. Bring in change that will completely change the direction of your life. This is that Fool energy. It's something I feel you know inside that's happening. Now, this can be an internal shift of releasing whatever you held on to from the past. This can be an external shift where you are moving, you're leaving everything behind and going and starting new. This can be in relationships. So take it as it resonates to your story here, Aries, but this is powerful. So you are in the process of letting go. A cycle of you has outgrown. You've learned the lessons, even though you may have held on for quite a while. Maybe you were resistant to some sort of change internally here, but this is a time of rebirth. This is a brand new chapter. Your higher self wants you to finally step into, which you will. Because right behind it, we have the authority here. This is the Emperor. Beautiful. This is you taking the lead of your life with the help of your higher self. So when you feel lost at times, when you feel the grief or the betrayal or depressed or feel a little bit disappointed or bitter with where you are at on your journey, call upon your higher self to come in and help lead and guide you. Because remember, again, no judgment, only unconditional love here. Your higher self knows what you came here to accomplish and to learn. How to connect to your higher self? Through meditation, through those acts of self-love and compassion that we listed earlier. But this is about you kind of getting out of your head space, getting out of that ego space. And then right behind it, oh, there it is. I haven't even seen this yet, but there is what we just talked about, the High Priestess. This is about listening to your higher self. Your higher self is saying, listen to me, Aries. I have so much to share with you. I have so much to tell you. I will help you take a leap into the future here. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. And they also gave me the name Charlotte. So maybe you live in Charlotte. Maybe your name is Charlotte. Please take it as it resonates here. I also have a crystal heart showing up here. Let me see if I'm pretty sure I have a lot of them. Okay. I don't know if you maybe have a heart that is a crystal, whether this is a piece of jewelry or if it's just a tumbled stone like this, but they're saying if you have a piece of crystal that is heart-shaped, carry that with you in the month of February. It'll also help you focus on self-love, even if it's a stone of stability or about relationships, because every piece of your chakras, every crystal can ultimately help you connect to your heart, because your heart is the motherboard. Your heart is that the chakra that really needs to be going and flowing in order for all the other ones to work effectively as well. So this is a really deep reading, and I knew it would be here, Aries. During a meditation, I was guided to talk about, again, self-love and higher self and inner child. And I had a really profound connection. And I feel you will too in this reading. But there is a release. And this can be a release. Some of you may be releasing through tears as well. Some of you may be shedding. They're giving me a snake right now as well. So it's like you're shedding an old version of you, shedding a new skin here. An old skin, so a new one can grow. But you're also, snakes are very powerful. Serpents are very powerful. So again, your higher self here, I got major goosebumps. And I feel like I still have them here with this transformation. You're shifting and changing your focus from wherever it's at currently into something that is huge, bold, and beautiful. You're going through this transformation that's going to affect the rest of your life. This isn't some little change here, Aries. It's starting this month, and you're going to feel it forever till the last day that you take a breath on this earth. And I feel like this is one of the most powerful readings I've done for you. But in order for you to take that leap of faith, you need to focus with that self-compassion and self-love. Connect to your higher self and go again against the grain. You have what it takes to achieve. You have the love, the success, the abundance. You have your higher self cheering you on as your biggest cheerleader here, Aries. There's nothing that you cannot overcome. And I feel like you have, the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. It's up to you whether you want to dive in and get the pearl. Okay, so that's what I have here, Aries, for you. A lot of really beautiful energy. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up, like button. Do share, comment, subscribe. And I look forward to tuning in next time. Lots of love, Aries.